Hey guys, Infinity from EstaticFeats here. Got some Insurgency playing in the background. I do pretty good in this game. It's a pretty long game though, so I can't show you guys the whole game. But otherwise, it'd be pretty sweet. I'm thinking about doing commentary. Excuse me, commentaries like these over gameplay, like such as a match, like a 35-minute match. I'm thinking about maybe doing a commentary over it, with my friends that I play with, and I think that would be pretty fun if I get like a whole squad of people and just take the highlights of that video and just put it up on YouTube. I think that would be pretty fun. But anyways, to the point, I finally got to talk to an OSO recruiter, which is an officer selection officer specifically for the U.S. Marines. Oh boy, I can't even talk today. I'm sorry guys. I'm just like today's been a pretty bad day. I'm just exhausted. Yeah, so I came into the office, I had my paperwork, I had my high school diploma, I had other my other activities that I've done, my other certificates and stuff like that. So I meet the captain there and we're talking about all the basic information. I don't know how it is for other branches, but in the Marine Corps there's different ways you can become an officer. I'm specifically doing the PLC, which is an acronym for Platoon Leaders Class, and basically you go for it's broken down in different ways. It's kind of complicated. There's PLC juniors and PLC seniors. You can go when you're in between college years. Like for example, if I get selected on the next board, which is, I know there's a board in the end of July and then there's another one in September. I'm probably going to apply to the one in in September, just because I don't have all my references yet and stuff like that. And I have a friend in the Army that I want to get a reference from, and he's in training right now, so I can't get one from him. So you go to 6 weeks of training. So this is my example. If I went next summer, go to 6 weeks of training in, I believe it's in Quantico, Virginia. I'm not 100% sure. Before this, I was mainly focused on the enlisted side, so I know everything about the enlisted side, so this is kind of new information for me too. To Quantico, Virginia, I believe, for 6 weeks of training between my freshman and sophomore year of college, and then again I would go through between junior and senior year. If I already had a diploma, I would go to, or if I was a junior or senior, I would just go to seniors PLC, which is a combined 10-week course. So it wouldn't be 12 weeks, it would be 10 weeks total. It wouldn't be split up into 6 weeks. So yeah, that's basically how it works. If you guys want to look up the Platoon Leaders class, there's a bunch of videos on YouTube that you can watch about what it's about and everything like that. So after Platoon Leaders class, you're gonna go finish your college diploma. You're gonna get your degree, your bachelor's degree, excuse me, and then you're gonna commission as a second lieutenant. And after that, you're gonna go to TBS, which is the basic school, which is 6 months long, where they teach you basic leadership skills, basic rifle squad, just infantry leader skills, because every Marine is a rifleman. So they, if anything bad happens, any officer could take a platoon of infantry and lead them in the battlefield. There's a lot of different ways. It's kind of complicated which job you get as an officer. There's law contracts, there's aviation contracts, and there's ground contracts. Aviation is pilots. I forgot what these guys were called, but basically if there's like a 2-person cockpit on a plane, they're the guys who sit in the back. I honestly can't remember that, guys, but I apologize for that. I can't remember. And just anything dealing with aviation is an aviation contract. Simple enough. Ground contract, infantry, intel, logistics, anything like that. Law, you're going to be a lawyer in the Marine Corps, which kind of sucks. I don't know why anyone would do that. Well, I guess to get experience, but still, I would never do that. What I want a ground contract, and hopefully, depending on all your scores and everything like that, during TBS is when TBS is when you get your job. Based on your scores and everything, that's determines which pick you get. You get to pick your top 5 choices, and you're guaranteed one of those 5. So based on your score, how well you perform, and all your evaluations depends which job you get. So there's no certainty that I would get infantry, for example. But yeah. So yeah, after TBS, you go to your MOS school. So for my example, I would go to Infantry Officers Course, IOC. They actually did a recent test to see if women could go into combat through that course, and I think all of them failed on the first day there, so that's some pretty hard shit. 30% of the guys failed too, so I mean, good for the girls for trying, but I still don't believe that women should be in infantry. That's just my opinion. But yes, you do get paid for when you're in PLC. You get paid about $2,400 for each 6-week training session you go to. So add those up, $4,800 those whole 12 weeks. You get paid as an E5 basically, which is a sergeant. So yeah, basically you can get into it with any degree, with a bachelor's degree, of course, and I believe there is some tuition assistance. We didn't really discuss that, but I think it's very minimal. It's not a lot like the ROTC scholarship. So if you want someone to help you pay for your tuition, ROTC is the way to go. Unfortunately, my school does not have an ROTC. We only have an AROTC, which is Army ROTC, which I am doing actually for 2 years. So I'm doing a non-scholarship for 2 years. I think it would be a good leadership experience, all that stuff. And it's always a good backup if stuff with the Marines doesn't work out, which I pray that it does, because I would definitely pick the Marines over the Army in a heartbeat, even if the Army offered to pay for all my tuition, which I am paying myself. But money always doesn't matter. My passion is the Corps, so whatever you guys might find that it's a little cheesy, but basically what else we did, we just discussed some basic paperwork. In the rough application that he gave me, he did try to push an aviation contract on me, because 33% of officers in the Marine Corps are pilots apparently. So that was an interesting fact to find out. And so he's trying to push that on me. I was like, no, I kind of want ground. And he's like, oh, well, I want to confirm that you can. There's a chance that you can take an aviation contract, switch it to ground. And there's some guys in TBS right now, and he's waiting for them to confirm that it's true. In the rough application, you have to write a 100-word paragraph saying why you want to be a Marine Corps officer and get commissioned. So I'm still working on that. I need like 40 more words, I think, and honestly, this is one of the hardest paragraphs I've ever written in my life. It's either too short. It's either too long to fit all your information in there, or it's too short. Like, I could write an essay of why I want to be a Marine, but there's only 100 words, so I can't, just pile everything that I want in there, So that makes it too long sometimes, because, like, all the basic stuff that I say, I'm still 40 words off. It's just, I don't like that word choice. It has to be 90 to 100 words. So I was just taking a while, but this video is long, but, I got a lot of information to say. You also need 5 references minimum. They have to be from your dean in your school, from 2 professors, 2 people you worked for or whatever. It can be anybody that you worked for. They just have to vouch for you. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't have to be an actual job. It could just be for someone you worked on, like, you like help out your neighbor cutting the grass or something like that. Stuff like that. It doesn't really matter, but I am starting my job next week on Wednesday. I have an orientation, so I'm gonna try to get that. I'm getting 2 from my football and wrestling coach, and 1 from the dean from my school, and then a recruiter gives you 1, and yeah. I don't know. I still need a couple more though. That's what I'm hoping for. I don't know any senators or anything like that, so if you can get references from those kind of people with a lot of authority, or officers, like high-ranking officers, that'd be really good. But yeah, that's basically that's basically it. I know I went over some things, but I was trying to keep this as brief as possible, even though I'm packing a lot of stuff into this 10-minute video now. Yeah, I really don't know what else to say, but if you guys have any other questions, I will gladly answer. Even if I don't know it, I'll try to figure it out for you guys. I'll ask the recruiter, anything like that. Just leave a like and comment and subscribe. Peace, guys.